Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Kim and welcome back to Uncommonkim. So today we're going to be doing my June TBR. So in the month of June I'm going to be taking part in an amazing readathon, which is hosted by Brie from Four Paws and a Book. I will leave her announcement video down below if you want to come and join us. Why not? Why not? So this year we have 5 different teams, 4 competitive teams and then 1 not competitive team. And I'm going to do the not competitive team because I don't want to be overwhelmed. And I'm a part of the Pathfinders. So we're not collecting points as a Pathfinders, we just have 10 prompts that we basically need to complete within the month. And you can do the kind of little side quests if you want, but they don't add up for points, so it doesn't really matter if you do them or not, so I'm not going to. I'm just going to do the 10 main prompts and see how we go. So that does mean we're going to be picking 10 books to try and complete these 10 prompts. So the prompts are a cozy book or a comfort read, a book with a romance, a book with a green cover, a book with low ratings that you think you'll love, a book that takes place in a large city, a violent word in the title, a celestial or godly word in the title, a book that is shorter than the last book you read, and an over-the-top cover, a book with a chilling cover or wintry setting. So they're the prompts we need to fulfill. Let's hope the jar is nice. Let's go. So, prompt number 1. That one fell out. Let's go for that one. Here we go. Prompt number 1. We have... okay. I don't know what I can choose for this, but okay. We have... If it will focus... It probably won't. Because it hates me. Come on. Oh, here we go. A retelling of another fictional story. I'm gonna have to have a Google because I can't think off the top of my head. Hold on. That was easier than I thought. So I've gone for Thornhedge by T. Kingfisher, which is a really short novella. And I believe it's a retelling of Snow White. Not Snow White. Sleeping Beauty. And this would count for the prompt that a book that is shorter than the last book you read, because I don't own anything smaller than this. So it's not possible to do so. So the synopsis is: meet Toadling. On the day of her birth, she was stolen from her family by the fairies, but she grew up safe and loved in the warm waters of fairyland. Once an adult though, the Fae ask a favour of Toadling. Return to the human world and offer a blessing of protection to a newborn child. Simple, right? If only. A century later, a knight approaches a towering wall of brambles where the thorns are as thick as your arm and as sharp as your sword. He's heard there's a curse here and that needs breaking, and the curse Toadling will do anything to uphold. So yeah, sounds cool. I love a bit of T. Kingfisher, so I'm excited to see what this one is about. Jar's not being too bad. Okay, prompt number 2. Oh, he fell on the floor. I'm just gonna go for this one. This one is... Oh, okay, that's not too bad. It's spin a wheel a month and then add a book from that TBR. Okay, alright, hold on then. Okay, here we go. Here is the wheel. Why is it lagging so much? Does that say May? That's so funny because we're in May, right? Okay, so I have like maybe 1 or 2 books on my TBR left for this month I haven't read yet. So I'm just going to go for Best Hex Ever by Nadia El Fassi, because I haven't read it and I just don't think I'm going to have time to get to it. But it fits quite a few prompts for Amazing Readathon. So it fits a cozy book because I think it's going to have cozy vibes, but it also fits a book for romance. So I could go for either. I've only heard good things about this book, so I am excited to read it. So we follow Dina, who is a skilled kitchen witch and cafe owner, serving magical infused pastries to her loyal customers, but it's hard not to feel something is missing when you're cursed to hurt anyone who falls for you. Scott is a museum curator, recently back in London after a brutal breakup 2 years ago, and is looking to make up for all the time he missed. He's determined to be perfect best man at his best friend's upcoming wedding, but his plans take an unexpected turn when he meets the bewitching maid of honour. After a weekend in the countryside full of peculiar hedge mazes, palm readings and candlelight and a midnight Halloween ritual, there's no denying the chemistry between them, but there's just one problem. The hex still holds and Dina knows that Scott is in danger. Sounds quite cute, sounds quite cosy, so it could go for that, or it could go for a romance prompt. We'll kind of just see how we go and decide at the time, depending on what the jar else has in store for me, you know. Okay, book number 3. I'm gonna go for this one and this one. Oh, we have 2. Should we do both? Okay, I'll put this one here. Go for this one, and it says to mood read. How exciting. I love mood read. Right, I'm gonna have a look and I'll be back. I might be stretching this a bit, but I mean, I can use this for 2 prompts, okay? But I really want to read this. In the UK, there is a TV show, or it was like a series, called Broadchurch, and I was obsessed with Broadchurch. I loved it. Starred my main man, David Tennant. Love him. And the person who wrote Broadchurch has now brought out another book, but it's called Death at the White Hart, and that is by Chris Chibnall, and I'm very excited to read this. So it's like a murder mystery based in the UK. So for this I could count it for chilling cover or wintry setting, because that looks like a cold winter in the UK. There's like water and shit, but it also is a bit chilling because the house looks a little bit creepy. Why is there only one light on? Why is the fire on? You know? If I want to bend it, I could. Or I could count it for a violent word, because there's death on the cover. So I could count it for either. So quite a good pick, I think, for Amazing Readathon. But synopsis. When Nicola Bridge moves back to Dorset after years at the as a CID detective in the big city, the last thing she expects is for the picturesque village of Fleetcombe to become a grisly crime scene. Jim Tiernan, landlord of the White Hart pub, has been found dead. The body staged with macabre relish on an isolated country road. As soon as she starts asking questions, Nicola realises everyone in the village has something to hide. Frankie, the hairdresser, who isn't a skilled enough actor to conceal their lying about the night of the murder. Eddie, the delivery driver, whose heart starts racing every time he drives past the crime scene. Deakins, the embittered farmer who's still living in the shadow of a supposedly murderous ancestor, and even the little girl hidden at the top of the playground slide who's watching them all, whispers, rumours, lies, and Nicola knows that somewhere among them a killer is hiding in plain sight, because sometimes the smallest communities hide the biggest secrets. Oh yeah, giving me Broadchurch vibes. You haven't watched Broadchurch? Go and watch it. It's bloody good show. But I'm very, very excited to read this one. I love a British murder mystery. Okay, number 4, we're going to go for this one, which was the other one we pulled out. Oh, okay, it's quite a nice one actually. We have sprayed edges. Ooh. Okay, I'll have a look and let you know. Okay, I have gone for Tea You at the Altar by Rebecca Thorne, and this would work for a book with a green cover. This is book 3 in the Tea with Dragons, is it called? Tea with Dragons series? Something like that. Oh, Tomes and Tea series. So first book is Cats by Treason Without Tea, Pirate's Life for Tea, Tea with the Altar, so on and so forth. I read a Pirate's Life for Tea early in the year, and then I read a Pirate's Life for Tea last month. So I really want to get on to book 3, and it does have sprayed edges, so I'm very excited to read this one. It is literally just cozy vibes. Cozy vibes with tea, sometimes magical beings, magical creatures, magical spells, and it's a vibe, so why the fuck not? But yeah, very excited to read. Not too big as well, and just kind of what I'm in the mood for at the moment, I think. So okay, number 5, we're halfway. We'll go for this big un here. I'm really confused. I wonder if this has been put in the wrong jar. But I mean, is that a sign that I have to read it? It just says Home is Where the Bodies Are. Okay, Home is Where the Bodies Are by Genevieve Rose. I think it was in the wrong jar, but I mean, I'll do as I'm told. Home is Where the Bodies Are by Genevieve Rose. Yeah, it's a book about a group of siblings whose mother has passed away, and they go to you know, empty the house and do all that jazz, and then they come across some videotapes of their parents committing a murder, or yeah, committing a murder and creating a pact between them to get rid of the body, so on and so forth. I'm very confused why this has come up. I don't know if it takes place in a city, so if I could count it for that. Otherwise, I don't really know what I would count it for. Other than I could use... I can't really use it for anything else. Don't know. It's here. I'm a bit confused by it, but here we go. Okay. Number 6. I'm very confused by that one, but we move. Okay, we have, oh, okay, a book from 5-star prediction video. I have a journal spread for this now to make my life easier, so let's have a look, shall we? 2025 5-star predictions. Okay, we have lots of options. What will fit my prompts for Amazing Readathon? So, I have gone for The Gods Below by Andrea Stewart, due to it having a celestial or godly word in the title. Gods. So I've gone for this. And it is one of my books. I do think it's going to be a 5-star prediction. So yeah, gone for this one. Don't really know a lot about it. I got it in the September Fairy Loot book last year. In a world where precious gemstones bestow magical abilities on the few who can harness their power, our main character must lead a rebellion against the gods themselves in order to find her missing sister. So it's a war where 2 sisters find themselves on opposite sides of the war against gods. Reminds me of Ashes of the Sun by Django Wexler. Loved that. 2 siblings, opposite sides of the same war. So I feel like this is going to be a good time. Also completes the celestial godly prompt, because it says gods. So yes. Okay, prompt number 7. We're doing pretty well. The only ones we haven't done is an over-the-top cover, and a large city, low ratings that you'll think you'll love. Okay, we have, oh, okay, a new to me author. Okay, so I'm changing this around a bit because the low rating one is kicking my ass. So I'm actually going to change Death at White Hart from mood read to author I've not read before. I had to think about that. And then I'm going to use it for the prompt with low ratings, because it only has about 600 ratings, which seems quite low. So I'm going to go for that for Death at White Hart instead. And then for the mood read, but I'm going to go for, it takes place in a large city, I'm going to go Falling Hard for the Royal Guard by Megan Clausen, as this is based in London. And it looks well cute, and I bought this ages ago because I saw Megan talking about it on her TikTok, so I was like, sounds a vibe. So, from her bedroom in the Tower of London, 26-year-old Maggie has always dreamed of her own fairy tale ending. Yet this is 21st century London, so instead of knights on the white horses, she has catfish on Tinder, and with her last relationship ending in spectacular fashion, she swears off men for good. And then a chance encounters with a royal guard, Freddie, forces Maggie to admit she isn't ready to give up on love just yet. But how do you catch the attention of someone who is trained to ignore all distractions? Can she snare that true love's first kiss, or is she royally screwed? I'm very excited now. Very excited to read this one. I'm pretty sure Megan Clausen actually lived in the Tower of London, because her dad was, I can't remember what they're called, like a guard for the Tower of London, so she actually lived inside it, so I thought that was so cool. So I'm very, very excited to read this one, and hopefully I enjoy it. I'd imagine I would. Quite like a London vibe, you know. Right, prompt number 8. We're doing well in regards to the prompts for Amazing Read Film. I just have the over-the-top cover, which I might find as we go into the month, so that's fine. Ooh, I can't use this one. So this is self-destruct, but all books on my self-destruct TBR have gone. I either unhauled them or I read them or whatever, so I can't do that prompt at the moment. I do have a new self-destruct coming soon though, so I just picked this one up, which is whatever was on the top. Ooh, okay. We have From Someone's TBR, and I know exactly what I'm going to use for this, because I know it will be in Claire's TBR, and if it's not in Claire's TBR, I'll have a go at her. And that's Malice by John Gwynne. If you didn't know, me and Claire are hosting Gwynne-a-long, where we're going to read through all of John Gwynne's books together. I have read the bulk of them, so for me it's more reread, but I'm super excited for it. So we're going to be starting Malice in June, and then going on from there, and I'm so excited. So I'm going to use this from someone else's TBR, because I know that Claire would put this on hers. I don't really know. You could use it as a violent word. Malice is quite a violent word. Otherwise, there's not really a lot you could use it for. Maybe a comfort read, because I love this series. But otherwise, yeah, not really much else you can use it for. But I'm very excited to get to this. I love John. John is my favourite. Okay, prompt number 9. We'll go for this one. Ooh, here we go. A book published before 2020. That's a long time ago. Okay, I have gone for A Curious Beginning by Diana Raybourn, which came out in 2015. I was only 15 at the time. So I'm very excited to read this one. I believe it is like a cozy mystery, slight romance vibes. and I just think it's going to be a really good time. All I've heard is good things about it, especially from like Kate Colson and Steph, so I'm very excited to get to it. Don't really know what I'd count for it prompt wise. I mean, it's slightly green, but it's like greeny blue cover. Yeah, I don't really know what I'd count for it in regards to Amazing Readathon, but I'm excited to read it, so it's going on here. Okay, final prompt. And we have, oh, okay, we have, gonna focus? Yeah, okay, book of previous TBRs. I don't know. This book isn't massively previous because this is off of my spring TBR, and it's just like one of the only ones I haven't read yet, but that's Jade War by Fonda Lee, and I'm very excited to read this. I read Jade City back in March and I loved it, so I'm very excited to read this one. This can count for taking place in a large city, violent word, war. Nothing else really, but they're the kind of main two, so it's kind of, I suppose, going through and deciding what's going to be counting for what. But I'm very excited to read this, and I've been told this book and the third book will break me, so I'm ready to be broken. I am ready to be broken. Right, let's try and pick this TBR up. Here we go. This is my TBR for June. I do not think I will read all of these, but it's nice to just have an option for every prompt for Amazing Readathon. I'm super excited to read pretty much all of these. The only definite is Malice, because it's obviously for the read-along. If you want to join the read-along, I will leave my announcement video down below for you, and I will leave Bree's announcement video for Amazing Readathon down below as well. But yeah, that is my June TBR. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe if you're new. Let me know what I should prioritise, and I'll see you all soon for another video. Bye!